Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Schwux. Welcome back to a brand new video here on my channel. Today, as you already know by the title, I'm going to be making a tutorial basically on how to make a legit config, and this video is for complete beginners, so I'm gonna assume you have no idea on what even a cheat is, so I'm gonna keep it very simple here. And so if you're any intermediate guy, if you still know a thing or two about making configs, you can still watch the video, but I'm not sure it will help you in any way. If you guys want to chill or talk to me or anything like that, you can just join my Discord server, which is linked down below. And also do please subscribe to the channel and like the video if it helped you in any way. Alright, I'm gonna try to keep this video as short as possible, so let's just go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so for the cheat selection tab, basically you might be using a free cheat, you might be using a paid cheat. I'm using a paid cheat, Project Infinity's paid cheat, so this is the cheat I'm going to be using for this video. If you're using a free cheat, I'm not sure that you can configure the config a lot because you only have a few options. If you have a paste, however, that's another thing, so because then you have quite a lot of features, so yep. But then you're also low on security and VAC ban secure and stuff like that. But of course, if you guys want to be as legit as possible, I will always recommend you to use a premium cheat of your own choosing. Now I'm gonna start off with visuals right here. So basically visuals, if you guys are using wall hack, and what I mean by wall hack is that you can see people through the walls, which I am actually using, then it's so much more obvious. I would not recommend you to use it if you want to be legit. So if you guys want to be legit, I would strongly recommend you to turn off your wall hack. And how you do that is different for every cheat. In my case, that would be to just turn off the drawing type and just leave the visible on. What that will do is behind walls, it will turn off the champs, which now I cannot see through the champs. I don't know exactly where they are. I cannot trace them to the walls. As you can see on my radar, I know where everyone is on my radar up there in the left corner. That's a way better way of locating your enemies. Then you know where they are, but you just don't know exactly where they are. Like you don't know where their head is and stuff like that. So just basically turn off your wall hacks, turn on radar, spot on in-game radar. Basically that will tell you where everyone is on the radar instead. And then of course we have some removals over here, basically the disable flashbang effects, disable smoke effects, and stuff like that. Basically these are all completely unnecessary. Do not disable them. That can just literally ban you if you get into an Overwatch case and you suddenly forget that you have the disable flashbang effect and you just kill someone. That could get you banned pretty easily. Make sure you do not have any of that disabled. But other than that, you guys can customize your own visuals however you want. Like the colors, you guys can do anything you really want with them. It's up to you how you want your visuals to be. Me personally, I keep the visible at green because that's the most brightest and it's easier to see whenever it's visible or not. And another thing in the visuals is the spectator list. Basically this will tell you whenever you're in a matchmaking game if someone is spectating, and that's always good to know because then you obviously know if someone is watching you, if you gotta be extra more legit so you don't get reported, because if you get reported that will obviously increase your chances of getting Overwatch banned. So it's always good to know if someone is spectating you or not. But yeah, other than that, you guys can really customize your own visuals in your own way. It doesn't really matter anymore. Just as long as you guys don't use wall hack, make sure you don't use wall hack, and make sure you don't disable any removals, for example flashbang or smoke effect. Now for the aimbot section, here is the perfect silent. This is basically the obvious aimbot, the lazy aimbot. If you guys want to use this, make sure you have a low FOV. I have actually a too high FOV. 2.4 is actually really high. You guys use about 1.4 or 1.5. You guys gonna use it silent, perfect silent. If you guys want to use instant, then you can go ahead and mess around with this. Like you can have it at around 4 maybe, and but then you gotta increase the smoothness as well. And smoothness basically how smooth it will aim at him and stuff like that. But me personally, I just go with perfect silent and I keep this at 2.4, and then that's just simple as it is. But that's not legit at all, so you guys should probably use 1.7 or 1.8 or 1.5 or something. And obviously if you guys didn't know, FOV, basically the higher FOV you have, the more obvious or the more aimbot you basically have. So the stronger aimbot you have, the higher FOV. Try to keep this as low as possible. If you guys are using perfect silent, keep this as around 1.5 or 1.8. If you guys are using instant, however, you guys should probably go ahead and really have it at whatever you really prefer. I mean, not too much, but about maybe like 3 to 5, and then you keep the smoothest at whatever amount. You gotta mess around with this. Basically join a bot section or something and just mess around with it, trying to find your perfect config. It really takes some time if you're gonna make your own. I mean you can always just go on the forums, get a config, but that's not as good and it's not customized to you. So just take your time with making your config. Keep the FOV at whatever you prefer and just try to find the perfect one. Now me personally, I do use backtracking. You guys don't have to do that. Sometimes it can get really obvious, so if you guys don't want to use it, don't. But I just use it, whatever. Backtracking, that can always be really obvious, or it can be actually really good at getting killed, so I keep it enabled because I don't really care about being legit, honestly. But if you guys want to be really legit, you guys should probably have it disabled. In all these cheats, you'll probably have more features and more shit to customize, so you guys can go ahead and mess around with them. You can check them out, and you can just mess around with everything, see what everything does, and just try everything out in the bot server or something, and just try to find your perfect config. And also the recoil control system, this is basically spray control for you. I keep them both at 100%, and I do use it on shoot. Basically what this will do is, if I stand all the way over here and I just click the mouse button, I don't aim, it'll basically just kill him anyway, because it has perfect spray control, and yeah, it's pretty good. I use it. You guys probably don't have to do 100%. You guys can go with like 70 if you guys want to. It's probably good. Up to you. I use 100% though, because yeah, I want to get kills. Another thing is trigger bot. Don't use this. Just don't use it. Trust me. Don't use trigger bot. Don't even think about it. It's too obvious. You're never gonna make it legit anywhere. Okay. Now for the misc tab, you have some stuff that can be really good, and other stuff that could be actually really obvious. Bunny hop. If you guys know when to use it, enable it. Otherwise, just have it disabled. Okay, because at some point you will probably make a mistake, and you will just be like this and be hopping around all the map like this, and then you'll realize, fuck, what the fuck did I just do? And you'll get reported and you will get banned. Obviously the safe way is to disable the b-hop completely, but you guys can do it whatever you want. And then you have some extra stuff, for example, auto accept, auto diffuse, rank reveal, basically reveals the rank of other players, which you can also enable. Doesn't really hurt you. Backtracking, obviously, like I said, that can be really obvious, but if you guys want to get the kills, enable it. Otherwise, if you guys want to be very legit, disable it completely. If you see anti-aim in a cheat, it's most likely the rage tab. Just skip that. It's just for other stuff. It's not really for legit hacking. But if it's legit AA, then it's another thing. That's basically harder to hit your head, and it can be really obvious. If someone has a bit of experience, they'll probably report you if they see, because it's pretty easy to spot, honestly, legit AA. Try to avoid reports as much as possible, because reports lead you to lower trust factor, which leads you to more reports. Now I talked about the simple basic stuff. Of course, there are way more features that you can customize for the aimbot and for the visual tab, but I just took off the simple stuff. You guys should just check everything out, go through everything, find the perfect config. If you guys still are not good at making configs, you guys can always just go ahead and go into the forums and just take a config and then just edit the visuals and the aimbot to your own preference. But that's not highly customized to you, so I would not quite to do that, but that's up to you. So yeah, boys, if this video helped you in any way, please do drop a like and comment and subscribe to the channel. That'll be much appreciated by me. If you guys have any questions, you can always comment, or you can join my Discord server, which is also linked down below. Anyway, boys, my name is Rux, and I am out.